Hey guys, Pretzelman 945 here. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. God,
Yeah,
I am so fucking tired.
I feel you.
Maybe you can tell by my voice. I had such a long weekend of work, and oh man, uh, oh, work was oh,
Yeah,
oh man,
fucking working.
I had to work 9 hours yesterday.
Damn, that sucks. I
Ye-
don't miss.
Uh, yeah. Yesterday I walked 28,000 steps
That's fun.
in 10.8 miles.
You walked 10 miles yesterday?
Almost 11 miles yesterday. Yeah.
At fucking work? That's insane.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say like what store I work at for privacy reasons, but um, for people watching. I do a job where I work at a grocery store and I pull in cart. Uh, so
Mm.
that's why I'm so like physically active and whatnot. And today I walked all like 24,000 steps and 8.9 miles.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm really tired, but I have a week plus off, so I'm very happy about that.
I'm playing xenoblade 3 right now.
You want to jump into the video game talk? Because I have a video game talk of my own that I want to spew about kind of as well, but
Oh yeah, didn't Rebirth come to PC?
um well we talked about that last time when we talked about the Game Awards. I already
Isn't it
pre-ordered it.
out?
No, it comes out January 23rd. So
Okay.
in like exactly a month from tomorrow. Uh,
Okay.
I already pre-ordered it.
Nice.
Well, because it was on sale if you did that. It was like $50 if you pre-ordered it.
Nice.
So that was a steal.
Yeah, I started Rebirth the other day. I'm not gonna finish it because it's not my PlayStation, and like yeah, I'll play it later. But Rebirth's gonna
So
be really confusing since you haven't played Crisis Core or finished the original.
hold on a second.
That's all good.
Okay, my dad had to ask me a question. Sorry for the pause there. Um, uh, so the well, you mentioned that you did the bike part, right? Was that easy for you?
Yeah, that shit was not bad. Did you struggle on the boss fight?
What do you mean?
There's a boss fight at the end of the road.
Oh, you mean like the giant mech thing?
Yeah,
I think that might have been it, to be honest. I think I got through like the normal enemies okay, but that giant mech thing was really hard.
you just hit his little shields.
Whatever. I watched the remaining bit of it on YouTube, like I said I was gonna do.
That's crazy. I had to finish it. Yeah, you're gonna be really confused by the way when you play Rebirth.
Well, I don't know about that because I'm almost done with Crisis Core.
Yeah, but even with Crisis Core Original 7, I guess it'd be fine. Ah, Crisis Core helps, but
Because
actually,
man,
it
let me
does.
tell you,
It
I
does.
have a lot of thoughts about Crisis Core.
How you feeling about Crisis Core?
Well, firstly, I want to say I did the intermission bit where Yuffie's introduced. Uh, that was fun. I love Yuffie's character. Um, I think she's great. Um, got that done really quickly in like 4 hours or so. Crisis Core is really fucking good.
Yeah, it's a good old time.
I think my favorite part is definitely the progression. Uh
Yeah.
I think the way that you can like alternate between being like, you do some story, and then if you reach a story point that you're not strong enough for, you grind some missions. If you get to missions that are too hard, you continue the story a bit. I love the back and forth between that. It makes for an addictive gameplay loop.
Yeah.
I think I've completed like 20% of the missions.
Yeah, I don't think I finished all the missions.
There seems like um, I don't even know how you 100% that. That seems crazy to me, but
My
um,
buddy did it. He said it wasn't too bad.
the story is really good. I love Zach as a character. I love his personality. I think it's very fun. Um, I thought Genesis was really cool. Like,
Yeah, Genesis is
uh,
cool.
like as a temporary antagonist, he was really cool.
Who's
Um,
the? How far are you story wise? I don't want to spoil anything.
uh, Chapter 8, I think I'm like
You definitely passed this then.
Sephiroth just turned evil.
Yeah, you're almost done. I think the
Yeah,
chapter or like the cutscene where it's like Sephiroth, Genesis, and Gagiel, and it's like the simulation. It's like the animated cutscene. That shit is badass.
I don't know
I thought it was early game. That's not even really like that bad though.
because I haven't met a character named Godgeel. Are you talking about Angeal?
Yeah, my bad, Angeal.
Oh, okay, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about
Yeah,
now?
yeah. His character was great. His death scene was so emotional.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be a little confused on Rebirth, though. Still, because you, I'd at least watch a video summary on the entirety of Original Seven
Well, like
because
up to what point? Because I don't want to spoil myself on like certain parts of the story.
see that's why it's hard. That's why playing Original Seven. I'm so glad I played Original Seven because it's like it's a lot of Zack stuff, and so you got a lot. Like a chunk of it, like will make sense because of Zack. But one of the biggest, okay, one of the biggest spoilers in Seven is very important for the remake to make sense. Like I played the opening mission to Rebirth, and I was like, oh yeah, this I would be totally confused if I didn't play the game. Because in retrospect, I mean, I think you know this. I'm not gonna like say it out loud, but Rebirth and remake aren't one to ones of the original, right?
Yes.
So it's an alternate timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it gets a little confusing if you don't know the original, because it's like, oh wait, but I thought this happened, and then it's just like a whole loop. But at least that's what I would struggle on. I mean, it's fine though. I'm sure if you, I mean,
I can't see
I
how
don't
it
know.
would be that big of a gameplay disruptor.
Gameplay, no. Story, yeah.
I mean, like story wise, I can't see how it would be that big of an issue.
Eh, I haven't finished the game yet. I don't know what happens at the end of, but I heard my buddy who's played all of them. He was like, "Yeah, you should really play seven. It's not even a long game. I beat seven in 27 hours, but definitely
Uh,
understand the why not playing.
I, we'll see. We'll see. Um, I don't know. If there's something I'm confused on, you could tell me. I could try and Google it or something like that.
If I say I know you don't really care about like just doing it like in the right order. You just kind of play whatever.
Yeah, but um, combat in Crisis Core is really fun.
Yeah, it got a
Um,
little repetitive for me after a while, but like I liked it, so it wasn't a problem.
for me, it kind of feels like honestly, like what I wanted out of something like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Um,
An odd comparison. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to hear that name.
well, I don't know why, but the gameplay styles strike me as similar between those games.
That's fair.
Um, but um, I really okay. So I have several. Well, number one, the Sephiroth reveals were crazy. Like the fact that Geneva is the name of his mother, and the fact that he is like a perfect experiment made out of Geneva cells.
Yeah. See,
That
that's
was
that kind of thing. Like that is like
that
a
was in,
that's
that was insane.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yet,
That's why.
despite how like short Crisis Core is, like I don't know how many hours I'm on, like 13 to 15. Everything that's happened with Sephiroth's character, nothing has felt rushed, which I really like. Um,
Yeah,
like no part I so far I've been understanding perfectly how he transitioned from perfectly normal soldier operative to going to insane mastermind villain very clearly. So
yeah.
that's something I really liked a lot.
Well, yeah. That's the thing about it. It's like you find that out maybe 5 hours into the original, and it's little things like that. Like I think you're honestly just gonna be really confused on Cloud's character because there's a
It's-
big spoiler that like is in seven that like honestly like I don't like I don't even think you get told in Crisis Core. That has to do with Zack. Has to
Really?
do a lot with Zack because Zack's in the original. I'll tell you now, Zack is in original seven.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. My dad told me he wasn't, but
he is.
oh, okay. Speaking of which, I love the way that Cloud was introduced in Crisis Core, by the way. I thought that was
Yeah.
awesome. Uh,
See, that's
you
why it's
know,
confusing. Damn,
well, they're just
so
talking about
weird.
like their homelands and whatnot, and he just takes off his helmet and stuff. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
Also, I love the way Tifa was introduced. I thought that was very cool.
yeah. I've been told like the best order to understand the story is OG Crisis Core, Advent Children, then the remakes, which is what I did. So I'm ready for the and I beat remake, so I'm ready for Rebirth
I'm
when I
not.
get.
It's like those I ain't reading all that memes. Like I ain't playing all that.
It's not that bad of a play though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's less than 30 hours.
I know, but like I don't care. It's like you just said. I don't give a fuck about like the order. If I'm confused about something, I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
But main point across. I really like Crisis Core a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
Crisis Core.
it is an extremely fun game that I think has a great story, amazing progression, very fun combat, and great characters.
Yeah, it's a good old time.
Now you tell me about Xenoblade 3.
Xenoblade 3. I'm confused, but the game's pissing
Okay,
me off, Loki.
okay. So, ironically enough, I think it's the exact same situation because, like, the questions that you have, I cannot say anything without spoiling like the entire end game story.
Yeah, I don't want. This, okay, this is what pissed me off. All right, let me tell you my bad things about Xenoblade 3 so far.
Okay.
I'll tell you the bad before the good. There's a lot of
Okay.
good, a little bad.
Okay.
Only 7 chapters.
They're longer. They're longer.
I'll take your word. I'm already on chapter 4. Like,
Yeah, the first four. Well, how many hours did you put into one and two?
I can check for you right now because I'm playing it. 2, I had 60 hours, and 1, I had 40.
Okay, it's probably a similar time count to one. I remember my hour count was between like 45 to 50 hours, I think. It's not
I
it's
will say
it's not going to
2
be
is
as
only
long as
60.
two, probably.
2 is only 60 because of the DLC. So that's probably that.
That's also true. It's around 40 to 45 hours. And I think like chapters 4, 5, 6, 7 are like we are like much, much longer.
The story, I like the story. I just want it to go somewhere because like it's not going anywhere right now. There's only like one thing that's happening, and that's it. Like nothing is happening.
Well, the whole Joran plot twist happened. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's kind of
like
crazy.
I don't know. Like, are you ever gonna play Xenoblade 2? Before I say what I'm about to say,
Um, well, not before you utter the sentence in this recording.
that's true. All right, look. Here's what I'll say. All right, about this time in the game in 2, like I'd say around this point. I mean, I'd say about 20 hours in chapter 4. You you have an important character death. Then you have like the awakening of Mithra, and then you have like a lot of villain plot shit going on, and there's like a lot of things, a lot of story momentum. And right here, all I have is Joran, and I'm 20 hours in. That's all I've got. The thing I don't like is every time they fucking show me Nia and Melia, it's just like a single pan scene, and it's like, oh, I'm expecting something to happen, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I get like a little hint or like something's gonna happen, and then it's just like a pan of them, and then it just goes away, and I'm like,
Okay,
all right, the
okay.
plot's not happening.
I will tell you. I will tell you. I understand where you're coming from, and literally, like everything, like big and plot twist wise, happens in like the final two or three chapters.
So like 6 and 7.
Yes. Everything that you're playing right now is like massive, massive buildup.
All right, look, I'm gonna take your word for it because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know literally nothing about Xenoblade 3 other than like Shulk and Rex are in the DLC, and like Rex and Pyra's daughter is in the DLC, and then like in Xenoblade 3, there's Mithra and Pyra. I mean Mithra and Nia and Melia. And the one thing I can't wait to see is how these worlds, because this is literally Xenoblade 1 and two's world. Like it is 1 and 2, and they're combined because there's like the Orion Mountains, and then there's like, but then there's colonies, and then there's Melia, and then there's Nia, and like I just want to like damn.
Again, with that, that's something you gotta find out for yourself because I don't know the connection between them. But like,
Is it
what
not?
I will
Is it not?
say, I'm not even talking about like the like the best story content is, which it is in the later game, but like everything that you're talking about, like with crazy plot twists, there's no. I don't think there's.
Does
Okay,
it not? Tell me this. Does it
there
not explain how 1 and 2 are
there
connected?
there is a major character death. There is one.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. There is
All right.
one. Uh, and hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Because I don't remember what uh after it actually happens.
I'm gonna put in my prediction though. Mio is Nia's daughter. I'm putting that in. I'm putting that in the ring. Don't tell me if I'm right, but I'm putting it in the ring. It's just so obvious. It just looks so obvious. Similar name. They look the same. Same hair. She, Mio has a fucking core crystal, and it's infect. It's a. You don't know this because you haven't played two, but I mean maybe they tell you about it. But she has a fucking blade eater crystal that Nia has, and there's so many similarities. And I'm like, this is Nia's daughter.
So
But
I'm looking at I think it's either chapter 5 or 6. It's hard to
all right.
find
I
out.
I
And
feel
and
like it could be
and
something with
about the
Mio.
about that thing, about that whole thing that you were talking about, you're probably right, but I wouldn't know.
I forget you haven't played the DLC
Of two?
3, or have you?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't
All
buy it.
Yeah, I know 3 has some crazy like connectivity plot because I know that's how I started not playing 3. Is I was literally looking at Twitter and I saw fucking like Xenoblade 3 Shulk and Rex and I was like, oh shit, they're in the game. All right, I gotta go back and play 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah, there is a major character death. I think it happened somewhere in either chapter 5 or 6.
All right. Well, I'm
And,
just gonna
and
keep
I
playing it.
will tell you, at the end of chapter 4,
The
are
big
you
happen.
like just started chapter 4?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of chapter 4. I'll tell you where I'm at right now. So in chapter 4, the crew just got informed by Ethel's like right hand man that they're coming after him. That they're all gonna come after him, like Ethel and the guy from Agnes. I forget his name, Cosmowari or something. I don't remember. And they're about to like come after him or come after the crew to kill them because the queen was like, "Kill them or I'm gonna blow up your fucking colony." My goat Melia. What? Oh my god! Why is my goat fucking killing people? I think the mask are controlling them.
Okay. Okay, so there is a crazy plot twist related to the queens at the end of chapter 4, and I will say nothing more than that, but
Thank God.
it kind of flips the entire world and story upside down. That's
Ooh, I
all I'm
can't.
gonna say. That's
Oh, I
all I'm
can't
gonna
wait. I'm
say.
gonna get to it today.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I
Um,
can't, dude. Oh, I'm excited. Characters
I'm glad that helped imbue some hype, I guess.
that gave me some hype. That did give me some hype. I will say, I other than that, I'm enjoying the game. It's very good. Um, there are some things I think 1 and 2 I like more, but maybe it's
Okay,
just because I'm not done with the game. But I'll tell you them now, and then if when I finish it, I'll re-say it. So I'm just gonna go
okay,
through like the random list. The plot is very fucking good. I think it's just as good as a job as 1 and 2.
okay,
My
cool.
only issue is I only have one issue. All right, but it's not like a big one. It's just like a random like oh okay. That's just like a random like me complain, but it's not like a deal breaker. So like
Okay.
Xenoblade 3, I feel like it takes a minute for the hook to really set in. Like the hook. All right, what I mean by that is in 1, do you are you gonna play 1?
Yes, at some point I'll go back and
Okay,
try it
I'm not
again.
gonna say anything, but something happens in the beginning of 1 that's insane, and it's like, oh shit, like oh that's what's happening. All right, cool, and like the beginning of the game, and then Xenoblade 2, you got like chapter what 2 3?
In Xenoblade 2?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
had
yeah,
Pyra, right? You had Pyra.
yes.
All right, then okay, so in Xenoblade 2, it was like, oh my god, all right. The Aegis. It's awakened. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then in 3, I feel like the idea of like, oh my god, like this war is pointless takes a second. But that's okay. Like it's not a problem. That's just a random thing I had. The music, I like the music a lot, but I just don't think it tops 1 and 2 yet. I haven't like
Okay.
I don't know. I do like the music though, it's good. But like Counterattack in 2, like that shit's probably my favorite Xenoblade song. Counterattack is peak. Uh hmm. The characters in 3, I like them. Not my favorite cast, but I like them. They're good. Maybe I should have to wait for them to keep building. We'll see.
I
Noah
would
is
say
peak.
I would say definitely that. Also in regards to like an ability awakening thing, uh um you know how you're talking about the Aegis and then the Monado and whatnot?
Yeah,
There is
or blood.
Noah gets an ability awakening at the same time at like the end of chapter 4.
All right, I can't wait to see it.
I'm not gonna say I've already said a lot.
All
Okay,
right,
a lot. I'm
I can't
not
wait to see
saying
it.
any more than that. Um,
The
but
world is cool.
yeah. I think Xenoblade 3 has one of the coolest worlds of any video game I've ever played.
It's really cool for me too because it really is a combination of 1 and two's planets or like bodies, you know. Because I literally have been walking around and I'll see like something that
And
I've
there's
completely
that interesting
seen in the game.
connection for you as well. You know.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my god, that's like something I've seen in the game. And I remember seeing a clip on like the internet somewhere, and it was a Xenoblade 3 clip, and there's like an area you can go to, and it's literally like Gar playing from Xenoblade 1, and I'm like, I need to play this. But
So,
another random cool little thing that I really like and appreciate. This is one of my not favorite things, but I just love this. All right, so I have this device. Okay, and for context, it's just like a little like NFC tag reader. So I literally put it up to my phone. I load an amiibo to it, and then I can put it on my Switch, and it gives me that amiibo. Okay,
right.
so I literally, if you do Shulk's amiibo and then Pyra and Mithra's amiibo, they give you like the Aegis sword and like the Monado as a weapon. But what I
Okay.
like is it's not a different weapon; it's just a skin for the sword Noe uses.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll like switch between all 4 of them, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Um,
The combat's the
so,
best in this game,
uh,
though.
so what do you think of like each character one by one?
All right, I'll go down the line. Noah, peak MC. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Noah is my favorite protagonist in any video game.
You were saying that. I remember you saying that, and I like him so far. I think he's. I just think I haven't seen him like become a butterfly. You know what I mean? I haven't seen that spawn from
He
the
he
cocoon.
he 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 gets so much better.
Right, but right now I'm liking him. I'm liking him a lot. Mio,
Okay,
I think she's cool. I can't wait to see how her and Noah's characters kind of build together because it's like a pair. I can't wait to see them kind of like go and like
right.
shine. I can't wait to see it. Uh, fucking Lance. Let me tell you something about Lance. Lance is cool, but
Yeah, he's
every
just
fucking
cool.
JRPG has one. If that makes sense. Like,
Yes,
you
yes,
got Ryuji.
absolutely. I totally agree.
Like fucking Xenoblade has Rhine. Like, it's just like
But
he's that
it's not
character,
overused, I think.
right?
I
But
like
it's
the
like every
trope.
RPG. Yeah, it's a good trope. That's what I'm saying. He does a good job at that filling that role. But to me, he's not like he's cool. Like that's it. Like I have nothing more to say than yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I would
over the
say
top.
the exact same thing. Unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think he doesn't like get that much more depth as the game goes on.
Like yeah, and they usually don't. There's only a couple characters side characters that I like that do that. But Senna does fucking nothing. I don't know what she's here for at the moment,
Uh,
other than
Senna, Senna, Senna gets a lot more later on.
right. And
A lot.
Tyon definitely is better.
I
Tyon's
told I
cool.
told you I told you chapter 3 makes you change your
Yeah,
opinion on
Tyon
time.
Tyon made me change my opinion. I still think he's just cool. Like I have nothing to say about. Like
I'll
he's
take that. I'm glad you don't hate him. I'm glad you don't hate him.
yeah. I don't really hate any of the characters. Uni's I love Uni. She's cool. She's my girl.
Uni gets like Uni's development. Uni, honestly, out of the main cast, was my least favorite. Uh, like the least interesting to me. And then, man, the development that she gets later in the game, he
I
completely
will say
changed my opinion on Uni. Completely changed my opinion on Uni.
I got to the part where she like finds her dead body and she's like, "Oh, it's me." No, it can't be. It's a coincidence. I was like, that's interesting. I can't wait to see how that like.
There is so much more to that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I want to know what's happening. You know, Yorin. I think Yorin as the twist. I didn't see it coming, but I knew something was going to happen with him because they just kept showing him dying over and over and over again. And I was like, all right, so they're going to do something with this guy. But I didn't expect him to be a council. I thought he was just going to show up out of nowhere. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, he was cool. Dude, the combat is by far the best.
I told you. I told you.
Yeah, it like the character cut, like the class customization where you can like pick the class. That's cool. You can switch between the party members. That's fucking cool. Like there were so many things. I was just like, oh, like this is. I wish they did that in two, or like I do wish they did that in one. Like that's so fucking cool.
Mhm, mhm.
So I'm liking it so far. Dude, I don't know which one's my favorite at the moment. Like I love one and two, but like oh man, I love one, two, and three. I just don't know. I I guarantee you, unless like I could be wrong. Three could be my favorite, but at the moment, I'm kind of at I'm having a Persona situation where it's like I just love all of them. I can't pick,
Well,
but that could
so
change. You never know.
you
I
said
could.
you're like middle of chapter 4, right? Like you're in
I'd
the
say
castle and whatnot.
I'm not in the castle, but I just got told that Ethel and like the like the
Okay.
fairy guy from Agnes are like they're about to come get. They're like on their way to fuck me up.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Infiltrating the Kevis castle is like the second half of the chapter, basically.
Yeah.
So that's like where you're gonna be. You gotta let me know when you're at the end of chapter 4.
It'll probably be tonight. We'll see. Don't know yet.
That's like I said, that's when the crazy plot twist happens. With the first of many, let me say.
Can't wait. Um, I had an idea. I thought would be kind of fun.
Okay.
So, um, as you know, the Switch 2 is probably around the corner
Right.
of announcement, and a lot of discussion. I've been seeing a lot of discussion, and I saw these online. Is all right. Do you know how for like the transition to the Wii U to the Switch, they with Mario Kart 8, they just ported it and added DLC.
Right.
A lot of people are hoping they do that with Smash
Okay.
and not like make an entirely new game.
Right.
So I thought it'd be kind of cool if we made our own fighter pass and like discussed.
Like, do you mean like discuss a roster for a Smash 6?
No, like all right, like the fighter passes, like just make your own,
Or
like
or,
whoever.
or you are you just talking about like DLC
Yeah,
characters?
like if they were to come out tomorrow and be like, hey, we're making another fighter pass, 5 new characters. Like
Okay.
who do you want? Who are you picking?
So is this like uh if this would be like part of Smash 6, would this be like new DLC characters or like
Yeah, so
return?
let's say Switch 2 comes out and they're like, hey, we're porting Smash Ultimate and we're gonna add a new fighter pass.
So five completely new characters then.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Uh hmm. I want Noah. I want Noah as one of them.
yeah. He's on mine. He's on mine.
Uh I think that is just easy. Just
Yeah, that's gonna
simple
happen.
just nail that the fuck in. Um,
It can be
uh,
literally any video game.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight. Okay, Hollow Knight would be
Yes.
cool.
I've seen several different videos that like they're all pretty different that like make unique move sets for him, and he could fit very well in Smash, I think.
Yeah.
How many we doing? Five characters?
Yeah. So you got two.
Okay. Um, I know Doom Guy already has like a me skin, but fuck it, I want Master Chief.
Oh, that's hey. Our lists are pretty similar because I also want Master Chief.
Even though I still have not played that much Halo, uh, I will get through the games eventually at my own
Yep.
pace. And I fucking want Master Chief. Um, uh, hmm. Would it be crazy to say Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima?
I said anyone, literally anyone.
Because like I know he's like a samurai and whatnot, but like I don't feel like there's a character like that in the game,
I know
and
what you
like
mean. There's a lot of sword fighters, but there's not like a samurai character. I know what you mean.
yeah, and I feel like the amount of styles, like the different sword styles that he has, along with like the amount of different like weapons and abilities that you can use and customize by the end of the game, I feel like there's a lot of options there to make like a really unique and cool fighter.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Um,
got Noah,
I'm
Hollow
at
Knight, Master Chief,
4.
Jin Sakai. Who's
Hmm.
your final fighter?
I want the Dovahkiin from Skyrim.
Is that like the character you play as, or
It's the main character. I feel like there's a way to make it. Well, number one, you can incorporate the shouts into the move set in some way. There's a way, like maybe through like a mix of weapons that he could use. I feel like there's some way to incorporate him in like the different abilities that you can use in Skyrim and like weapons and whatnot in a really cool way.
okay? All right. So your final is Hollow Knight, Noah, Master Chief, Jin Sakai, and the Skyrim character.
Yes, I'm quite happy with that, to be honest.
That sounds. I think that would be an interesting pass. Ours are pretty similar. I'll get the two out of the way that were in there. Noah and Master Chief.
Right.
Noah, I think they'll put Noah in Xenoblade 3. You know, all that shit. I think they'll put it in.
I would hope so. I would really hope so.
Yeah,
Like,
Master
honestly,
Chief.
I wouldn't be upset if they chose to cut Shulk instead of Noah. It might be a crazy thing to say, but
I don't think they're gonna cut anybody if they do an ultimate port. Like I'm talking like they did Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and then they do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. You know what I mean? Like that kind of
okay,
deal.
okay, yeah.
I think Master Chief would be cool. Honestly, Master Chief or Doom guy. Like I'm cool with either. Cause like
I haven't
I think
played
the two
Doom,
most.
which is why I say Master Chief. But
That's valid.
I know they're very similar. I know they're based off iconic first-person shooters.
Well, Doom
So,
guy is the very first. Like that is the
yeah,
very.
yes.
Yeah. So like Doom is iconic, but I also think Master Chief is iconic as well.
It's like they're both equally as iconic. So I could see either one, and I'm not gonna argue against Doom Guy either.
Yeah, I think this would be a dream, but like you know how like Master Chief is the Xbox face.
Right.
I think it would be insane if you had like, all right, let's just say like picture this as a Smash trailer. Samus is like walking in like a forest, Then Master Chief comes in and like fucks her up, and then da 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 da. And he's like fighting people in the show gameplay, and then just like a giant like axe comes down, and it's fucking Kratos, and it's like Kratos.
Oh, is Kratos one of yours?
No, that would be cool, but that's not one of mine. That's not a personal one.
Okay. Okay.
So next, I think is also interesting. Dark Souls character, like just one of the like the Dark Souls 1 or like 3 like main
Okay.
you play
Okay.
as.
Okay.
It's such an iconic franchise. Like I can't even like they could
Makes
do it.
total sense. Don't know
Like I
much
get
about Dark Souls, but makes sense.
like they yeah, but like it's iconic. It's very well
Right,
known.
right.
And I think if they could, I hate the argument today. Like if you say like Dark Souls or like you say like Mortal Kombat or something, people are like it's too gory for Smash, and it's like okay, but like you have Bayonetta. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Bayonetta, I think
that's very true.
Bayonetta was the tilting point because if you've played the Bayonetta game, I'm telling you, it's literally insane how she's in the video game. But I digress. Dark Souls character. Like a Dark Souls character would be fucking awesome.
Makes total sense
Um,
to me.
fourth character. This is a personal want. Uh, I think a new Sonic character is due. I need
Ooh.
Shadow or Silver. Specifically, I want Shadow. That's like what I want the most.
Okay.
But yeah, so Shadow or Silver, or even Knuckles. Like I just need, I don't care. Just give me something. Like there's no way Sonic should have just one character. It's just like
What
one.
about like Dr. Eggman or something? I heard
I'd
he
be
was
kind of
like
mad at.
pretty
I'd be kind of like
popular.
at that one. That one would be interesting. I
Oh,
wouldn't be
okay.
too mad. Like I'd be
All
like, okay,
right.
cool, Sonic Rat. But then it's like I feel like there's so many better. Like the first three options when I think of a new Smash character are Shadow, Silver, Knuckles. Like
Okay.
and for this next one, I was kind of trying to think. I was like, okay, what's like a character that like would be different and would be kind of cool and like not just like another like sword character that would kind of out of the blue. I think Okami, like the Okami wolf, would be a very fun character.
See, I don't know much about it. The only thing I know is from like that little bit of gameplay that you showed me last episode. But like when you showed me of that, Okami looks like a very cool game, and I want to play it at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't finished it. I'm going to finish it at some point. I think it would be cool. I think it would be a cool little idea. I'd be like, okay, you have Duck Hunt dog, like obviously, but like a wolf, with like flame and paint power. Like that would be sick.
also, also with that, there's a tie-in because there's a sequel coming out next year.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
But I'm not gonna lie, if they are making that and that happens, then it's probably already all preset. They probably already have every character they want and
All
they're
right.
just like
I
waiting
gotta
it.
pause for a second because I gotta use the bathroom.
It's all good. I'm gonna grab a drink while you do that.
BRB. Okay, we are back. All right, yeah, that was a cool little segment. I like that. Um, I had another idea.
Okay.
This is something I heard about in like one of my favorite podcasts that I watched. They did like a thing where it was like they listed. We have to make like a 3 by 3 like they did, but they listed like some of their favorite things 2024. Like not things that came out this year, but like things you discovered, things you did, whatever, basically.
Mm.
So I just wondered what some of those things were for you.
Can you say that last part one more time about it?
It's like things like video games you played, anime you watched, things you did in your life, anything like that, like your favorite things of this year.
This year? Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. My number one like media for this year, I think it's quite obvious what I'm about to say, but Persona 3 Reload.
And
I
I don't mean like just things that came out this year. It could be like something you discovered this year as well, or
oh
something
yeah,
like that.
Xenoblade is definitely there then.
Okay.
But like overall, like Persona 3 Reload, like that when that was everything I wanted in a 3 remake. Like that was everything I wanted. It's what I needed. It's It was so fucking good. It was honestly like a treat, because I got to play it and beat it a month before I left like home, and those games mean a lot to me. So it was kind of like when I got back and I got here and I replayed it and I was like, damn, it makes me feel better. That game is fucking awesome, and I love Persona 3. And
That game was peak.
huh?
That game was fucking peak.
Yeah, that game literally, like, I don't know, it helped me when I was homesick. Whenever I was homesick, I would just play some Persona 3, and it was like it would help. So Persona 3 was
That's
definitely like
W's help.
that was it. Xenoblade for sure.
Makes sense.
Xenoblade is so fucking good. Uh, Honestly, a slept-on series. It's my favorite Nintendo franchise other than Smash. Like
Really?
it's I think it's better than Zelda. I think it's better. Yeah.
Better than Zelda. That's crazy. I never thought you would say that, to be honest.
Um. Yeah. No, I love Zelda, but like there's not a single Zelda game with plot like Xenoblade. There's not a single one, or music like Xenoblade. There's not a single one. Shulk, Rex, and Noah are all better than Link. Like, I could go on.
Hmm.
Uh, Black Clover. Um.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's a big one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's a big one for me because I'm on episode like almost 80, I think. And you know me with anime now. I can't really like sit down and watch it, but like I don't know, Black Clover. I don't know why I enjoy it so much, but I'm like, damn, like this is awesome. Like Black Clover is fucking cool.
Okay. All right.
Um,
I'm not complaining. You haven't even gotten to the best arc yet.
I
You're
know.
close,
Hey,
but
have you finished Black Clover?
yeah, I finished. I'm caught up to the manga. I binged Black Clover in like 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, no, I'm at the arc right now with Zerks, and they're like doing like the Royal Knight selection exam shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That was really good.
Yeah. Like actually, like, holy shit, like the underwater temple. We can talk about Black Clover in a minute. I'm gonna get through
Yeah,
this list.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
I
Um,
got an out of pocket one. I got an out of pocket one. Actually, I
okay.
got two. I got two. Um, I'll do the other one first. Star Trek, I guess.
What?
I watched Star Trek. Yeah, I watched Star Trek for the
What?
first time.
Really? Wow.
I have to say, I think me thinking like, oh my god, this movie's gonna be shit. Like Star Wars is so much better. Made me like it a little more because I was expecting like a dog shit movie, and it was actually pretty good. I watched the remake of the first one. I don't know what you've seen Star Trek wise.
I
Obviously,
have
it's
not
not better
seen
than Star Wars.
anything Star Trek. Zero.
It's pretty good. Like I watched it and I was like, oh, like okay, this is actually kind of a cool concept. Or like a cool movie. Like this is a good movie. I like Kirk. Like that's me. That's my last name. I don't give a fuck. Like this is cool. Okay, Star Trek is cool. So that was a personal like random thing because I have so many Star Trek references in my life that are hilarious to me. Like all right, so I don't really care about like saying my last name. It's whatever. Kirk, Captain Kirk. My grandfather, who's obviously also a Kirk, has a dog named Sulu, which is Kirk's right hand man. So that was like a little Star Trek reference. I didn't understand until a dog I've seen my whole life. I didn't understand his name until I watched fucking Star Trek.
Funny.
And then I watched it and I was like, oh, this is okay. Look, I get it. And yeah, just like so many funny things like that happened that I was like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Like because of the coincidence. That was one. And then this one, I have some self explanation stuff to do here. But Fortnite. I have an explanation for Fortnite.
I don't have my camera on, but I just did a massive eye roll.
All right. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna say it. Fortnite is a not great video game. I will say it right now, but it's got nostalgia for me. But here's the reason I say Fortnite is I moved away across the country, away from everything I know, family, friends, animals, girlfriend. Like I don't have anything up here. And the one game where all my homies can play, that doesn't matter what console, like it doesn't matter. It like because you can play Fortnite on anything, and it's not just battle royale. You can play whatever. Definitely, like I love staying in touch, and Fortnite definitely helped, and I appreciate it for that. So I say Fortnite.
Okay, you know what? I haven't even played Fortnite, and I still shit on it. But like, I am joking a little bit when I say like the eye roll and shit like that. But that's actually really cool. That's super wholesome. I'm glad that like you can have an experience like that.
Right. It's just it sucks, but it's also like cool because it's like all my friends can't hop on like Xenoblade or like all right, not Xenoblade, that's a terrible example. Like Smash, like all my homies can't hop on Smash because all my homies don't have a Switch. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But they all like it doesn't matter. Switch, mobile, PC, like it doesn't matter. Like everyone can like get on and just hop on like a shitty creative map and just have fun. So that yeah, I think that's it.
I
What
don't know
about
how
you? What
many.
you got?
I don't know how many you listed, but so not all mine are video games and anime, as might appear surprising, but I definitely have a few. Um, I would be a fucking liar if I said Ghost of Tsushima was not on that list.
Yeah,
Um, it's like now my second favorite video game of all time. I've talked about it so much in older episodes.
yeah,
Um,
it's fair though.
the FF7 remake universe in general, I've got to say that's on there as well because I played Final Fantasy VII remake, uh, one of the greatest games I've ever played. Um, like we just talked about, Crisis Core was fucking awesome. I love the intermission part, and I'm so goddamn excited to play Rebirth. Like all that together, I gotta mention that because that
Yeah,
was just really special to me. Um, and it made me interested in trying out Final Fantasy as a fucking franchise.
yeah.
Um, a couple animes that I think I'm gonna mention three animes.
Okay,
Um, first one, Fruits Basket. Um,
okay.
I know you didn't like Fruits
I gotta.
Basket that
I think I
much.
gotta rewatch it. I think I gotta finish it. I think that's what I gotta do. But we'll see.
When we first talked about it, I know you didn't like it very much, but like for me, this is just my opinion.
Yeah, no, of
Um,
course.
this is easily in my top 10 shows of all time, period. Um, it is so fucking in I don't think I've seen a better written cast of characters in any anime than Fruits Basket. And that's even including Attack on Titan, mind you.
You
Um
think?
I
Okay.
think the overall quality of writing of the character cast in Fruits Basket is probably better than any other anime I've ever seen. It is
Like the
also like
drive.
it's also by far the best romance I've ever seen in
Okay,
probably
I
all of
gotta watch it.
fiction. Because not only does it seemingly deceive you into not even thinking it's a romance in the first place and more just like a slice of life drama show, but every single romance is given time and development and has a satisfying conclusion. There is a pairing for literally every single major character, and even the minor characters have nice resolutions that don't need to be romantic with another character.
Okay. You know, you
Um,
saying
I,
all
I
that makes me want to give it another chance. I will say.
so I've got to mention Fruits Basket because it's now my fourth favorite anime of all time. Another one I absolutely have to mention is Made in Abyss.
Okay.
Because Made in Abyss, quite simply, and I've talked about this when I did a video about like my favorite animes with the best world building, but Made in Abyss just has one of the coolest worlds, not even in all anime, but all fiction, period, in my opinion.
Mm,
Um, and on top of that, all the characters are fucking fantastic. Um, I fell in love so hard with Made in Abyss. Like, I knew I would really like it, but I fell in love with it so much harder than I ever thought I would. Um,
right.
I'm actually going to mention four animes. The third one I'm going to mention is Free Ren.
Good. I knew it.
Um, because Free Ren literally like I really want to say it like changed my life for the better. Um,
Really.
yes, and I know that's like a really dramatic thing to say, but like,
No, I
um,
get you. Anime and games sometimes are.
it's like you know, um, it's hard to describe, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I just with Freeman, I don't feel like I've ever connected to such a personal level about the themes of a show. And not in terms of like relatability, but in terms of the way that they influenced me, I would say. Because I think there's a
Okay.
difference. Um the last anime I'm gonna mention, it's nowhere close to my favorite animes, but I feel like I have to mention Mushoku Tensei because after like, have you seen Mushoku Tensei? I can't remember.
No, I have not.
You have not? Okay. Um. Uh. Like, I after like the final bit of episodes in season two, part two, I have never felt more conflicted over a piece of media in general as Mushoku Tensei, and
Yeah. So what?
and just a piece of media in general as Mushoku Tensei. I've never felt more conflicted
Okay.
about. Like, so I have to mention it for that reason. I feel like because it is up until that point where I feel like it goes to shit, it has some of the best character writing in any anime I've ever seen. Um, so I feel like I have to mention Mushoku Tensei in there. Um, I would say Discord in general.
Discord.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, because not only have we used it as like a way to keep in touch and whatnot, but I've also joined a couple servers. I've like met some people in Discord servers that I consider to be very fun and very cool people. Um,
Hmm.
and and that whole experience has just been a lot of fun this year, just kind of discovering that because it's something kind of completely new to me.
Right.
Uh, so I gotta mention that for sure. Um,
I gotta put one in because I didn't know. I thought it was just games and anime. This podcast.
yeah, I was talking about like life in general, but yeah.
Yeah. I gotta. Yeah.
Um, I I would be remiss if I didn't mention this either.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of like I'm gonna lump that with like recording in general this year because I feel like I've had Um, so much fun recording this year. I feel like I've just literally done whatever the fuck I want, and I feel like I've never had more fun recording videos, and that includes this podcast, and it includes like me hit back in August. I hit my goal that I had ever since I made the channel of hitting 100 subscribers. Um,
Nice.
And so I think I would lump all of that into one big thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, I think I think because I think like I think in terms of like doing a 3 by 3 thing, I think that this would like make 9 things. The last thing I'm gonna mention is a manga that um I think I've talked about like my manga decision paralysis a little bit in previous episodes, but like um uh for a while, I had a really consistent binge where I was reading a manga that I just adored, and it's probably my second favorite behind Berserk, and that is Kingdom.
Kingdom. Okay.
That manga is so fucking awesome. Uh, and if you don't know what it's about, it's basically like it's set in ancient China, which I already think is really cool. You know me, like the history buff and whatnot, right? So that part to me is already really cool. And then it's like a seinen manga that's like all about like war tactics and seeing these crazy enemy commanders like continue to outwit each other in insane strategies and just like these battles that are just grand scale and it just has incredible art and it's just fucking awesome. I would definitely be remiss if I did not mention Kingdom.
Nice.
That's all my things.
I'm gonna put in a couple more. I'm put in
Yeah,
two
yeah,
more.
it doesn't have to stick to 9, but that's honestly like when I really like think about and distill it down, that's probably like the main things I could think of, to be honest.
For me, this is probably the biggest one in general, but probably joining the Coast Guard. That's probably like the that's probably number one on there.
Which makes total sense.
It's life changing. It's literally like my whole
Uh-huh.
life was flipped, which is
Mm.
insane. Uh, and this was really random, but like, do you ever have something that like you want, so you kind of make it like your goal set, like your mindset, like okay, like I got a shitty day at work, but it gets me closer to this goal. You ever have something like that? Like, oh, damn, I gotta go, like I gotta do this, but they get me closer to this goal. You ever have something like that?
Not currently, but I feel like I have had it in the past, probably.
So there's this car I want. That's
Okay.
just yeah, random like plug. I want a C5
What
Corvette.
car is it?
It's a '99 C5 Corvette.
Hold on, I'm looking it up to see what it looks like.
Black manual. It
99,
goes. Oh,
99 C5 Corvette. Wow, that looks nice.
yeah, they're not too expensive. It's what happened to me the other day is this car that you're looking at. I've always wanted. Like, oh, I gotta have that car one day. I was at fucking Walmart like yesterday. I didn't wait. Was it yesterday? What's today? Sunday. Yeah. So yes, I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday or Friday. I'm at Walmart and I'm leaving, right? And I have my groceries or whatever, and I see this car, black, and literally everything I want. It's black. It's that model, and I peeped my head in the window. It's manual. I was like, all right. And I was like looking at it, and I went, and then the owner came up, trying to get in his car, and he was like, hey man. I was like, oh, like like my bad, this is my dream car right here. Like this thing is badass. And he was like, yeah man. Like we were talking about it for a bit or whatever. So I go to and I found out he was a Marine, and he works over here at this base too that
Well,
I'm
that's
on.
cool.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, like cool, like, whatever. Like I'm in the Coast Guard over here. And yeah, we are just talking about that. And then I went over to my car, put my groceries in, and he came up in the car and he was like, yo, like, you want to go for a ride? And I'm like, all right, this is a complete stranger, but I'm down. Like, fuck it. So I get in this dude's car, and he takes me on this road, dude. And we were, oh my god, that car is so nice. We flew. It was awesome. I want it so bad. So yeah, it's like a little
Man,
goal for
that's so awesome for you. I'm so happy for you about that. That
getting
sounds
in a
fucking awesome.
in a complete stranger's car was a little nerve wracking, but it was worth it.
That sounds awesome.
It's a good old time. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty excited for 2025.
Me too. Me too.
It's kind of weird though. Like we're getting closer to where like it's gonna be like, oh man, like 2017 was like 10 years ago, and that's like a fucked thought.
God, dude, you don't remind me. I'm be struggling to cope
It's
with the fact that I turned 20 in like a month.
dude, yeah, no, it's fucked. I turned 21 in July. Like that's weird, man. That's weird.
But anyway, let's transition
Okay.
to Black Clover talk.
Woo! Okay. All right. All right. Let me tell you right now. You know me. I literally, if I don't like really enjoy it, I cannot sit through it anymore. Like I used to be able to do it. I used to be able to, all right, whatever. Like I'm cool, but now I can't. Like I have to really enjoy it. And so Black Clover, in the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, like this is your typical shonen bullshit. Like I'm probably not even gonna like it. Like, oh yeah, he wants to become this, and he's whatever. He's got like shitty power or no power. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'm watching it, bro. And then what happened that really made me like it? I think when, dude, I don't know, but like the Black Bulls, like that shit, like I don't know, man. There's so many things, dude. I don't know. It's weird. There's so many things where I'm like, okay, this is a typical shonen trope, but I love it for some reason. Like this show is fucking awesome.
You know, I was like the exact same way when I watched Black Clover. It's so weird like that.
Like it's so basic. I love it though, and I usually don't. And I'm like, this is cool. But the two scenes that really like I remember sitting there watching and be like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. I'm gonna finish this show. Like I don't want to put it down. Where the underwater temple fight against Veto, that was fucking peak. And then this one I just watched recently. It was where I forget the guy's name, but it's the scene with it's that little arc with where the Diamond Kingdom and the Eye of the Midnight Sun are pushing this one village. Or like no, it's with the witches. It's they're pushing the village of the witch for the fucking like gemstone.
Right.
And then you the Mars. I love that side plot, by the way. The Mars and Fauna.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking awesome. I low key teared up. I was like, damn, that's fucking peak. And then that fight with the guy who can like eat magic. I forget his name. Where Asta got his form, his demon form, bro. That
For
like
the
I was
first
watching
time,
it. And
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is sick. Like this is awesome. And I was just watching it. I couldn't, dude. I
So,
I literally couldn't
oh my
stop.
God. It's amazing to me that you say that because what did that for me was like the next arc that's coming up, the Elf Reincarnation arc. Um,
Yep.
it's
I
one of
forget the
my
name.
favorite arcs in all of anime. And the fact that you already like this with Black Clover, I can't even wait to see what your reaction is going to be to some of the moments in that arc, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
So what's the holdup though? Because I know Black Clover, like anime, it's like I know it's not caught up with the manga, so they're gonna keep going with it, or
I don't know. No one really knows what's happening with the anime. Uh, I hear like there's so many different rumors that go around about like it returning, and they're all like not true. What's happening with the manga is sometime last year, I don't know, or I think it was 2023 actually. Sometime in 2023, I don't remember exactly when, maybe around the middle of the year. Yuki Tabata, the mangaka of Black Clover, he switched from Shonen Jump to Shonen Gangan, I think it's how you say it. A different
Okay.
shonen magazine where basically instead of doing weekly chapters now, he does them every 3 months. Uh, and the reason he did this is because his wife was sick.
Okay.
Um, so he like slowed down the pace of the manga to make sure his wife was okay, and also probably to ensure his own health in general.
Right.
So that's what's
That
going on
makes
with the
sense.
manga. As for the anime, I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is like most of the rumors probably aren't true.
Tell me this: does the anime end at like a ending point? Like it's not like a cliffhanger. When I say that, I mean like it doesn't end like mid arc.
It kind of does end mid arc, unfortunately. Uh,
Ah, that's so unfortunate.
but but that's why you can read the manga.
I probably will. That's really
um,
unfortunate. Oh, other anime related things. I don't know why, but I've had the inclination to watch JoJo recently.
what part?
Six. That's the only one I haven't seen, and I'll tell you why I had the inclination to watch six. Is because oh my god, the best part is coming out. Seven got announced for an anime adaptation,
Oh, really? Wow.
so that's in production right now, and um, I'm very fucking excited. I am very excited about part seven, and I was like, okay, like I'm really hype. I kind of want to watch JoJo now, so I'm watching part six. I'm like 10 episodes in, and I'm like, it's good. I still think the manga's better. I don't know why, but like part six, I remember reading it, and I was just like really hyped. I was like, oh, this is a good part. Like I like it. Stone Ocean was cool. I love the music references in Stone Ocean the best so far. Actually, yeah, in general, because I forgot I finished it, but
It's
like
it's kind of it's
you know what
kind
I
of the
mean.
same for me in regard with like reading part three because I've been like slowly making my way through that.
Well, they start doing this in part three. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you know about this, but I don't know if you know about this. A lot of the stands in from three on are music references,
I did know about that.
and six has my favorites so far. Like, but like I know like five has Metallica, and then like four like Josuke stand is a Pink Floyd reference,
Hmm.
and there's just like shit like that, and I love it.
Yeah, I've been slowly making my way through part three. I've been enjoying it. I'm at the part they just they just got past the baby that had the stand that could infiltrate dreams.
It's been a few years since I watched part three.
It's
Do
like
they
the
have
death stand is what it's called.
do they have Iggy?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I just met Avdol's dad. Yes. Um
That kind of helps.
uh that just happened. And then like Polnareff met some stand that came out of like a genie lamp.
It came out of what?
A genie lamp.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at right now. But yeah,
I
I've been enjoying it. I've been like slowly reading through that. Um,
that's what's up.
other animes that I want to mention. I finished Serial Experiments Lane. I don't know if I mentioned that I had started it last episode,
You
but
did. You did.
yeah, I finished that.
How was it?
A really good show, but it has some minor issues in my opinion. Um, but still really good show.
Okay.
I think it's right up there with Evangelion in terms of like how much it
Mind fuck.
fucked up my brain.
Maybe I need to watch it because I loved Evangelion's mind fucks.
Uh, I don't know if you would like it to be honest.
The only reason
It's it's
serial I
it's
think I
it, it's hard for me
go
to
ahead.
say. It's hard for me to
Okay.
say because it is such a weird show.
Have I ever told you why I think I find Serial Experiment Lane interesting?
Like the premise and whatnot.
I don't know anything about the premise. I have to tell you that right now.
Okay.
I will tell you I do like Duvet, like the song that's in there. If you don't, I don't think you would know what I'm talking about unless you heard it.
I know the
Uh,
opening, and I know it's
I think
by like Boa Duvet or whatever. That was a really cool opening.
yeah, I have that song in my like playlist. I love that song. Um, so I don't know if you know this. This is it's a little anime history for you. So randomly, all right, 9/11 happens. Okay, so 9/11 just happened. Whatever. And as you know, anime back in 2001 wasn't as popular as it is today. There was a moment, it's a clip, and it's still like this actually happened, and it was there. Serial Experiment Lane is about to play on TV on this one channel. It's like the only channel in a played anime at the time. I forget what it was called, but essentially they're playing the opening and they're showing like the kid character. I don't know anything about the show, and then it's just like that the opening to that show, and then a 9/11 message, and it's like, hey, like pray for your pray for the people around you, like this happened, like 9/11 happened, like all that, and it's just the fucking Serial Experiments Lane playing, and
That's wild.
just a random little history fact. It's like a little, yeah, it's just like it was an episode that aired after 9/11. I don't
I
know,
will
just a little
tell.
thing I
So
remember.
that's really interesting. I will tell you my biggest issue with serial experiments. I'm telling you my biggest issue with it straight up because I'm curious if you're gonna have the same issue as me. I
Okay,
feel like certain like episodes of Serial Experiments Lane, um, I feel like it suffered from the problem of having certain episodes that feel like they went in a completely different direction compared to the rest of the plot. And as a result, it severely throws off the pacing and immersion of the show. Um, and it feels like it's like exploring unnecessary concepts that don't really contribute to the pacing and the direction of the story. I think that's probably my biggest issue with the show overall.
okay,
And I'm curious like whether you have the same issue because for me it was like stretches of episodes where I was really into it and then one episode was completely different and I was completely like taken out of the immersion I just had. Which was very jarring. But overall, I'll say it's a very good show. I started Clanad and another show called The 12 Kingdoms.
okay.
Have you seen Clanad? I feel like that's something you might have watched.
Planet After Story. Oh, I have, but tell me the premise, and it'll all come back to my head because it's been a long time.
Well, obviously, I'm starting with Clanad, and then because I'm
Oh, you
assuming
haven't seen
After
it.
Story's like a sequel and whatnot. So I'm watching the original first. But Clanad is like it's like this guy Tomoya who's like a delinquent and doesn't believe he'll ever do anything and then like he meets Nagisa and then like he realizes life isn't that boring because he starts to like spend time with her and like help her out and like other girls and start to make friends with them and whatnot. I like
Okay,
it. I like it so far. I've watched like I just finished episode 7 earlier, and I like it. It's like it's kind of a vibe. Uh, and then the 12 Kingdoms is a long show. It's like 45 episodes. Um, but it sounded interesting, and it's definitely seems like a slow burn, but so far I'm kind of into it. Another thing I have to mention, I watched. I'm a huge Fate head. I've raved about that quite a bit already, but I watched all three of the uh, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movies.
Okay.
And every single one of those was fucking peak. They were all so goddamn awesome, and yet again reminded me that I fucking love Fate.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What's up?
that's basically everything I've been watching. Uh, you got what are you gonna do for like Christmas wise? Like, what days do you get off
I
this?
have off until the 27th.
Oh, really? The entire week?
Yeah, but I made it that way. Like I
Oh, you asked for time off?
kinda so we have this thing called holiday routine, and essentially like I have to go in every 96 hours and work. That's why I went in today,
Hmm.
and I worked a little bit, and yeah, so now I don't. I also do that because Taylor's coming up tomorrow. I got to go pick her from the airport tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You're gonna
That'll be
hang out a bit.
what's that?
You're gonna hang out a bit.
Yeah, she's gonna be up here until the 26th. Then I take her back to the airport. So 23rd to the 26th, I get to see her, which is cool.
Nice. That's cool. That's really cool.
Very, very exciting. And then um, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out, show her around the town. I
You
know we're
have
gonna
like
go
a
see.
secret Santa or something with your coworkers?
Kinda, we did do that. I will tell you what we did. We do this thing every month called Morale Day, and we basically just like for a day of work, we go to like whatever we pick, whatever we do that day. There's like a person who directs it and whatnot, and we just go have like a fun day, pretty much. And for this one, we went to Dave and Buster's and did the morale like day, and we did like a basically a raffle. So it was like here are a bunch of prizes. Put your name in here, and then we'll see what you get. So the best prizes were an iPad and a speaker. Not a speaker, an iPad and a Nintendo Switch. I got a speaker, which I'm not mad about. I got like a nice JBL speaker from it, so I'm cool with that. I like to play my music and shit. So
Cool.
that was cool.
Okay. I wonder just like how many days you got off for that kind of thing. For me, well, I don't work for like a week plus. I think I mentioned that in the beginning of the episode, but like,
Yeah,
um, tomorrow I'm headed over to my mom's and I'm gonna spend like Christmas there. And then, on the 26th to 29th, we're going to Charleston. Uh,
nice.
which is, really, really fun. Because there's it seems like a cool town. There's like a lot of like Civil War history and stuff there, and just like cool things to see. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about that. Um,
That's
and then and then we come back the 29th, and is that one of my dad's gonna come back here, but then like uh I always celebrated New Year's with my dad. Like even before I lived at his house here.
yeah,
Um, that's gonna be really fun. Because we always have like a tradition of like a fancy restaurant we go to, and this time it's a restaurant called Fogo de Chao, which I haven't been there in like a decade, but like from what I remember, it's not a buffet, but it's like they keep like you have this sign, and it's like if you flip it to green, then they know to serve you more and more food, and if you flip it to red,
oh,
they know to stop. and you basically keep going into your full, and it's a steakhouse.
Huh.
And
Sounds
even though I haven't been there in a decade, I remember it being really, really good. And so I'm excited.
that's what's up.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm doing for New Year's and whatnot. Do you have New Year's plans?
To ensure that I had Christmas off, I took New Year's as a duty day, so I have duty on Christmas Day. Not Christmas Day, New Year's Day.
How late does that go? Like you don't have to like, I don't know, miss the countdown to the new year, right? Or whatever.
No, I'll tell you how it goes. So basically, I've told you how my duty works, right? Or no? I feel like I have.
Yeah, but I might have forgotten it.
No, it's valid. So essentially, I go there, I'm there, and I go to bed at 4 p.m., wake up at 10:30, and then I'm up till 5 a.m. So I won't miss the countdown, but I will be alone. But that's okay. I'm gonna have Xenoblade 3.
I mean, you can like watch the live stream, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah, no, there's a TV there. I'll be able to do my dance and shit. Fucking
But
chill.
you'll
Happy
probably
birthday.
be on the boat,
Yeah,
when
no,
that
I will be
happens.
on the boat.
Okay. Okay.
It's all right though. Like I'm not like, oh no, I gotta work.
Yeah. 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 I think it's better that you're like able to spend Christmas with your girlfriend. Uh,
Yeah, I
to
was
be
like, whatever I
honest.
gotta do to have that, and I was like, all right, I'll take that day. Like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Are
Like,
you gonna be able to like call your family and whatnot? To like,
yeah, I'll call him.
obviously you won't get a chance to like come home, but like, uh,
I'm gonna see them soon. Oh yeah, I leave. Uh, I don't care about saying the state. I'm leaving Rhode Island next month on the 10th.
to go to school, right?
So kinda, I took off some days, so I get to go hang out with my family for like a week before I
Oh,
go. So
okay.
I'll
Maybe
go
we
hang out
can
with
make
them for a
something
bit.
happen then.
I would say that, but here's the issue why that couldn't happen.
Because of what happened last time, where where it makes sense. You just have too many other people you want to visit, which makes total sense. I'm not like offended by that or anything.
Yeah, kinda, but not necessarily. I don't know if you know this. My parents moved. They don't live in Woodstock anymore.
Right, right.
So, and I don't plan on going to Woodstock at all because I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go there when I come back after school.
Okay,
So honestly, probably in like March, we could link up end of March.
okay, okay.
I think depending on where I get, I want North Carolina as my next station. That's what I'm hoping for. But anything in the South is cool. That's all I want. And I literally how it works is they give me a list of places and then I put in my picks. I'm like, oh, I want that the most, all the way to the one I want the least, and they kind of just like what's available, and then they like choose out of my selections, right?
You know what your
I'm
different
literally
options are?
I have no idea yet, and
Okay,
when I get there, I'm literally taking everything from the South as my top. My first state that I want in number ones, obviously, I want to try to get Georgia. Um,
okay.
if a miracle can happen, there's an air station in Savannah, Georgia. That would be my fucking dream.
Wow, really? That's
That would be
crazy.
awesome. There's no way that happens, but that would be cool. Um, then there's like a couple other places in Georgia. There's like Kings Bay and like there's like another one I forgot the name of. That's all cool and dandy. I'm cool with that. Number two, anything in the Carolinas. I'll take North or South. Uh, I like the
Because
Carolinas. I
that's
like them a
not that
lot.
far of a drive. That's like 8 hour drive maximum back to where we are.
Right, which that's not as bad as 10. Like I can do 8 in a day. That's fine.
Especially not 18.
Yeah, it's not 18. You see what I'm saying? So North
Yeah,
Carolina, South Carolina, I'm all cool with. Number
right.
two, probably Alabama or Tennessee. Like I'm cool with those. Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Texas. Like I'm taking anything I can get.
Okay.
Um, but we'll see. So
Okay. Cool.
That's the
That's-
hope.
Well, I think that's probably a good stopping point. I feel like uh covered everything basically.
Nice.
Yeah. Um but yeah, fun episode. And
Nice.
I feel much less tired and delirious because my dad is amazing. He got me dinner and I was eating that while we were talking.
Hell yeah, I'm finna go get some food myself. I think I'm feeling Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I think I want a chicken quesadilla right now.
Hey, that's a fun idea. We should do like a fast food tier list next
Ooh,
episode.
that's gonna get heated.
That's
I fucking hate burger. I'll start it off. I hate Burger King, but we'll save that for the
well,
next episode.
Burger King sucks ass. That's not true. Anyway,
That's a
but yeah, that's something that I want to do next episode. Now that I've
that.
thought of one. Um, but yeah, that's gonna do it. For this episode. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever the fuck, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.